do another sculpting activity today. The snow is starting to melt because the sun is out today, as you can see, and I'm not sure if you've seen the first one, but the first one kind of made me upset. Hopefully, the second one goes a little bit better. So hopefully you can hear me in this one. If not, then we're just gonna go ahead and play. But we're going to try a little bit better in making our sculpture. So first of all, let's move a little bit over here. That way you can get a glimpse of what we're doing over here. So with the snow hardening a little bit more, it's going to be a lot easier to form our two letters AJ. So you can see right here that we still have our two letters here, and they are frozen to the table. So, um, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and destroy them and get them started. But first, let me go ahead and warm up. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Sorry. It's hard to do things with gloves. I gotta tell you, like gloves are very helpful, but to do something with them is a hassle. Ha ha! And you thought you were gonna fall on me, which you didn't. Oh, this is gonna make things a little bit difficult today. Gosh. Anyway, as I was trying to say, we are going to resculpture our two letters AJ, as you can see right over here. If you've seen the first video, then you see how I've done it with just my hands and a stick. But today we're going to do the same thing. But the cold snow is a little bit harder, so that means that when we press on it, it should be more stiff. It's not more stiff, huh? Well, it comes in pieces now, so hopefully that does help with the forming of the letters A and J. So let's go ahead and get to it, and hopefully this stays in place. I have a bad feeling about this, but let's see. All right, so I just am looking at some videos. All right, so let's go ahead and so first of all, we have our letter J. We're gonna toss it. Next, we have our letter A. We're tossing it. All right, and we're going to start a brand new. We're gonna start really fresh. But before we get into that, this video is brought to you by Shiver and Fear stickers and books. So if you're interested in learning more about the author life and wanting to check out Shiver and Fears, you can check out our books, our stickers, and all the other products that we have. So be sure to check out our website, our store. In fact, we have two products in line right now. So if you want to check out Shiver and Fears, check out our Shiver and Fears storage with our Shiver and Fears audio books, our books, stickers, and buttons. So definitely check that out. All right, let's get to it. All right, so now it's like really wow. Let's see if we can form this in this. very powdery. It's very powdery. We're gonna need some extra. We're gonna need some extra stuff to do it. So you know what we're gonna need? We're gonna need some water. Alright. So the first thing we need to do is we need to form kind of like a big square. We need to form like a big square. So let's collect some snow and make this big square. So apparently this is going to be a bit more challenging than I thought because apparently this is like powdered snow. So the best way to work with powdered snow is you definitely want to hold it in place for a little bit as tight as possible. So like I do with this, bend it in and just kind of hold it there. You know what's going to happen is all that ice, all that cold is going to bond together a little bit more. And it's going to stay in place a little bit more too. And we definitely want this to be thick because we're going to be using. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Apparently, we're having issues with connection because it's cold out here. Please. Alright. So I think we got our image here together a little bit. Trying to make sure that it stays together. Gotta be gentle with it. So here is our starting point of the letter A. Alright, just going to take some of the snow and pile it up. There we go. Alright, so now let's go see if we can find a stick. This stick is not going to do, it's too flimsy. Alright, so we got our stick, alright? So we're going to come over here and we're going to work on this letter A here. So first of all, let's see if we can get that triangular shape. Because we kind of want it to be flat. We want a flat triangular 3D shape, not round. Alright, so with this, I want to start in the middle. I want to start in the middle because I feel like that's the hardest part about making the letter A is getting that top image. So right now, what we're doing is we're starting the letter A. First, we're making the triangular shape, and now we're poking the hole in the middle. So we're trying to get that top hole for the letter A. And I see we have a little twig here. I don't think I can get that out. Oh, I did. All right, get out of here. All right, so let's reform our shape. All right. So let's start over. All right. So we're just gonna poke a hole right through it, and we're just going to kind of poke it around, try to get that hole into a big hole so we can see it. Kind of mold it, get some of that extra out, flatten the surface a bit. But we gotta be very gentle in doing this because the snow is very fragile. It's not completely frozen, especially with the sun out here. A lot of the snow is probably going to melt. So it's not going to melt as easily, but we do want to be very gentle with it because it's not in a hard shape. It's not like ice. So right now, what we're doing is we're just making the top of the A, and we're trying to make that hole presentable. You want to get it as shaped as best as possible. All right. Kind of put that snow in place so we can actually get that hole in there. All right. So as you can see, we got that hole right there. Goes right through. No snow in the way or anything. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the legs. Now this is a kind of hard part in this process because, like I said, the snow is very fragile, very breakable, easy to tumble, fall. So we kind of have to dig our way through the legs. And we want these to be big legs. So like this little hole that I'm making right here is not big enough to present. So we're trying to make it more presentable. So we just have to dig a hole through it first, get to the other side. And then once we get that hole, what we want to do is we want to try to so get that out the way. We want to bring all that snow out here. Especially this snow out here. We kind of want to make a pathway. Alright. And one thing that you'll probably notice if you ever get a project like this done is it's not going to be as even in the back as it is the front, but we want to present the front first. The front is like the most important part. The back, you can judge on how it looks because we're not going to focus on the back. We're going to focus more on the front, the presentation. All right, so I'm going to smooth out. Hold here, get the snow out from in between. Kind of make it a tunnel. Alright, so right now we got a pretty good image of our A here. Our A is looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see it, but just check that out a little bit. So let's see if we can zoom in. See if we can zoom in on this real quick. So let's zoom in and try to get focused on our letter A here. In fact, let's get you off the tripod and swirl you around so that way you can get a good glimpse of our letter A here. Look at that. That is a pretty good. That's a pretty good letter A. All right. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the letter J. So I've told you this in the last video that the letter J is very difficult. Um, it takes a lot of balance to make the letter. It takes a lot of balance to make the letter J because the letter J is because the letter J is kind of like a balancing measure. You definitely need to have some snow that sticks together to make the J. But we've done it before, so we can do it again. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and get a heap of snow. So let's do that. And we're just going to pile it up. Sorry, we're over here. All right, and we're just going to pile up our heap of snow right next to the letter A. Like I said, since the snow is not sticking together like we want it to, it's very fluffy. We have to put a lot of pressure and time into our snow. So we're going to collect a bunch of snow and we're going to mount it together and we're just going to put a little pressure on it. All right. So let's get to it. So with the letter J, we kind of want to make a rectangular shape. For the A, what we did is we made a triangular shape because the letter A has that triangular shape image. But with the J, we want to make a rectangular shape. All right. And we're just going around getting as much snow as possible. Remaining snow that we have. Got our rectangular shape here. I'm going to make it a little bit wider because um, we definitely want to make the J curved, and there's not enough snow in this form to give it that J form. So we're going to add a little bit more snow over to the right side to give it more room. And we're just gonna kind of bend this snow because there's a few cracks in it. So this heap of snow has a few cracks in it. So what we're doing now is we're trying to make sure that all the cracks are, mended together. So that way it stays in place. Because we don't want to mend this leather with all those cracks. We want to give some pressure to it, give some time. All right. All right. So, when I make the letter J, one thing that I want to do is I want to saw through the middle, make that space between the top of the J and that curved part of the J. So let's do that. And remember, we got to be soft with this because the snow is very fragile. So when you're cutting between that, you're going to heap off some snow off parts of the letter. Don't get rid of that. Just mend it. Try to tap it to the side and get some of it away. So that's what we're doing right here. All right, so we kind of got a U shape here. Don't worry. What we're going to do is we're going to chop off a little bit of that edge right there. But before we do that, I want to get that side a little bit more straight. So let's get that side a little more straight. All right, it's all right. All right, so we kind of got a J there. We kind of got a J there. Um, it's a little lower than we want to, so maybe we should have made it a little bit taller, but it's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that bottom part and we're gonna kind of curve it to where it looks more like a curve more than a flat bottom. Of what this looks like. So I was a little bit nervous when making this J when it kind of looked more like a U because I was afraid that maybe I needed to height, heighten up the top part of the J. But it's actually looking a little better. Like, come check this out. So right now we have the J here, and like I said, you don't have to worry about the back because you guys don't really know what it looks like. But definitely want to mold it as best as possible. So, okay, I feel like the J needs to be a little bit more closer to the A, but I'm not gonna mess with it because, like I said, that snow is fragile. So, I think that it looks pretty good. So let's look over here. I'm gonna see. Sorry, have you not been seeing me at all? Sorry. Let's try that again. All right. So we got the J here. I want to add a little bit more snow to the top. give it a more tall feature. Yeah, see, I like it. I got a little pressure onto it, which is really difficult task. It's hard to add snow to a figure. It's hard to add more snow to a figure of already seen features because um, especially with this kind of snow, because this kind of snow is fragile, and it's like you're putting more fragile snow onto fragile snow, and it's like chances are it's going to mess it up. But I think it's turning out pretty well. Just gotta make sure that the snow is breathing together like I want it to. Part of the J came off. So I will say this. So this top part of the J is actually falling off, but because it's snow, it's actually staying together. Uh, so yeah, this is a really hard project to do. So what's happening right now is that this top part of the J right here is kind of falling apart. It's a little free and loose because there's so many cracks in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly try to put pressure on the snow to get it to stay together. This is not an easy process. Like over here, there's a small little crack, and I'm trying to put in, I want to go ahead, take these gloves off, and try to mix. Which, by the way, let me know if you can hear me or not because my last video, no one could hear me. So let me know in the comments if you can hear me or not. Oh, and hey, Big Daddy Ducky says hello. How's it going? Good. I'm glad that you're watching this video. Oh gosh, someone needs fire department. But anyway, so let's keep checking this out. I know, buddy. I know. It'll go away. Alright, so let's check a look on our sculpture so far. So I'm going to. So there we go, right there. There's our letters A and J. Check that out. Now, I've been telling you that the back part does not look so good. So here is the back part of it. The J kind of looks like an L now. The A still looks the same, probably because of the direction that it looks in. But yeah, you can definitely see that it's not very perfect back here, but it does up here. It does up here. Look at that. So, guys, thank you for watching this video. I really hope whenever you get snow, if you get snow, that you are enjoying it as much as you can. make a snow angel, make a snowman, make a snow castle. Shoot, I even made a volcano one time. Um, yeah, it was just a volcano. I didn't have it erupt or anything. But anyway, my point is that enjoy your snow day if you have one, and if you don't have one, enjoy the sun because everyone needs a little sun in their life. But this is AJ Hard saying, hey, I'm going to get a picture of this so that way you can see this on Instagram and everything. So be sure to check that out. Remember, check out the Shiver and Fear products. We have special things such as stickers, buttons, audiobooks, and more. So if you are interested in purchasing those, then check out our products on our website and on our YouTube shop page. So anyway, this is AJ Hart saying, whew, chill out because it's actually cold out here. And check you out later.